Hey Gengar Gang, what is going on? My name is Ryan, this is the Analytic Gengar, and welcome to another video. In today's video, you already know what we're doing, boys and girls. We are opening the newest set of Pokemon with and featuring Blue Dog and Red Dog and Urshifu and that sweet delicious alternate art Tyranitar and Empoleon, as well as a few waifu cards. So Pokemon certainly seems to know what they're doing. Not only are we getting some pretty dank Pokemon as well as some alternate art cards, we're also getting a Cheryl and a Phoebe. So with that said, and admitting that today is Thursday and it's been quite a bit of time, let's get right on into it. Ladies and gentlemen, Battle Styles. And these packs, I don't know, man, they feel kind of weird, but I hope everyone is having a great day. Here is your first code card for Battle Styles. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the back, and we begin. A Grass Energy Recycler, a Grumpig, a Crawdot, Onix, Bellsprout, Galarian Mime, a Silly Cobra, my first Rapid Strike card, a Minefu, a Carnivine Reverse, and a non-holo Electivire. Well, we're off to a great start, aren't we, Battle Styles? So, new set, new binder, new cards to chase. It has been already a super busy and hectic year for Pokemon. But let me know down below what you guys think about the new Battle Style set. I personally love it, and in today's video, obviously, I am going to provide some commentary on Battle Styles, my own thoughts, what it is I'm after, etc., etc. We got a single strike Tepig. We got Karina's Focus. Karina is also a full art card, and a Claydol. So far, 2 packs in, we're getting railed. Now, Battle Styles introduces a couple of new things. Obviously, Urshifu makes his debut in this set, and may I just say, in addition to that, Pokemon seems to be basically hellbent on creating a wave of alternate art cards, as well as, may I just say, milking the waifu card craze. So I think there's many really cool things that we could talk about here, each of which we will. Phoebe is one of the Elite Four members from Hoenn, so obviously I would love to pull that card in either its Rainbow Rare or Full Art form. Got a Corphish, a Glameow, a Yamper, a Minefu, Galarian Mr. Mime, and a Victini VMAX is one of our hits for the box. It's a good looking card. I swear they've printed this card like 8 different times now, so that's good. And let's see. Let's flip this fella around. All in all, pretty good print quality. One of the things I was kind of concerned about was to what extent they would be sort of railing this stuff out. So I am happy to see that Victini was not terribly centered, etc., etc. Now, in terms of cards in this set, a lot of people have, raised the concern that there isn't a Charizard in this set. And to that, I will say your observations are astute and shocking, to say the least. But here's the thing. I personally believe you don't need a Charizard in a set in order for it to be good. And for anyone who, acts like that or thinks like that, I do think there's something to be said there, right? Like a Flapple. You know, I don't necessarily know that we need a Charizard in every single set, right? This set has chase cards. This set has really nice cards in it. And so, you know, obviously I'll speak a little bit more about that, just pulling out of the right side of the left side of the box at this point. But one of the things that like kind of gets me is that I don't understand why people are so down on the set simply because a white code card, simply because, you know, what, it doesn't have good cards in it, or it doesn't have cards that they would chase in it. It kind of annoys me because it's kind of like, come on, give this set a chance. It's super dope. You got some really beautiful artwork like that Glameow, got a Claymation Sizzlepede. So again, there's, you know, there's tons to see here. There's tons to like here. You got the Cheryl card in there, got a Emboar, a Emboar holographic. Okay, Boar. And yeah, so I mean, I'm personally of the thought that just because it doesn't have a Charizard in it doesn't mean it's not going to be a great set. I think this set is going to stand out for two reasons. And these are the two reasons. One is the alternate art cards. So whether it be the alternate art Urshifus, which have obviously kind of been all over the internet at this point. Got another white code card for you guys right there. Or the Empoleon and the Tyranitar, which I personally think are both gorgeous cards, as well as, you know, really going to be kicking off a new era for Pokemon. And then, in addition to the alternate art cards, you have the general artwork in this set. Got an Empoleon Rapid Strike looking for his alternate art brother is what we are doing right now. But so far, pretty good with the hits. Obviously, every time I open a booster box, I do keep the hits, the quote-unquote ultra rares, off to the side, and that is explicitly done with the purpose of showing you all what you can expect in a booster box of cards. And then back to my previous point. By the way, friends, we're now going to move into that time where if it's a green code card, okay, another white code card. If it is a green code card, we are going to fast roll the pack, again, just to keep the length of the video manageable. I do, you know, understand that these videos don't usually do as well as my other stuff, but for my card opening fans out there, I do like to get some of this content out to you. Now, the other reason, got a single strike mustard and a shiny Kingdra, very nice. The other reason that I think this set is going to do really well is because of the artwork. Now, you can say what you want about, you know, the general holos and even the ultra rares, but I think the way that they did the Urshifu VMAX is something to be said. I think that by and far, Pokemon is kind of upping its game when it comes to the way that they go about creating and sort of curating these art cards. And I'll call them art cards because, you know, they might be alternate arts, they might be ultra rares, they might just be regular cards. But if you've noticed, there's been an uptick in the quality of cards. Like, many of these cards are now telling legitimate stories, and it's actually impressive to see, because I'm really happy to think that our hobby is starting to get that attention. You know, there are cards like certain Dragon Ball Z cards which are beautiful, and a lot of people are comparing the Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX to a Dragon Ball Z card because it just looks insane. And so it doesn't really surprise me that, you know, Pokemon ended up sort of at that logical conclusion. Got a white code card, so we will be doing the card trick here. But, you know, it doesn't really surprise me. And I'm happy because hopefully this will help to change the sort of temperature that people have approached Pokemon with recently. In past sets, it's really just been Charizard this, Charizard that, and then Shining Fates, which, ironically enough, had another Charizard in it. Got a Fan of Waves and a Necrozma full art card, baby. And so I think there was, you know, a little bit of hesitation by people when they got Battle Styles out, and I pre-ordered the crap out of Battle Styles. I'll fully admit that, because I thought it was dope stuff. Like, I was so happy that there wasn't another Charizard. I was so happy that there were other Pokemon getting the spotlight that weren't the spicy iguana. You know what I mean? And so for me, it really was a dream come true to not have another set deal with that. And instead, we got new cards and new stories and I really look forward to that. So I hope by saying that I kind of put some of that energy out there where people are going to at least start thinking about the positives of quote unquote this rather dry set, because I personally don't think it's dry. The other thing that obviously I've noticed Pokemon has started doing is really kind of pushing more waifu cards. Now, it's weird because there was a huge boom for the waifu cards, you know, the full art Skylas, the full art, you know, Beauties and Nessas and Marnies. I mean, Marnie, the full art Marnie out of Shiny Star V, the Japanese variant of Shining Fates, is actually selling for more money than the Charizard is. So just let that sink in for half a minute. There is a full art trainer card that is selling for more money than a shiny Charizard in the same set in Japan. And that just goes to show how popular some of these cards are. So, you know, think of it what you want. I personally think it's hilarious, and I love the fact that people are so passionate about certain trainers or certain characters. Obviously, there's a little bit of a weird vibes going on there, but I mean, hey, to each his or her own. And then I know other people just really like a certain character, right? I like Steven, I like Cynthia, I like Karen, believe it or not. Karen, the Elite Four member from Johto. And so I'm very excited that she will be getting a card in the next set, Chilling Reign. And so you can bet we are going to go super hard to get that card pulled. I believe the English translation, at least as of right now, based on the Japanese version of the same card, is Karen's Conviction. So I'm curious to see what the English is going to end up being translated as. Obviously, there's a chance that that translation may change, but it's a super good looking card. I'm in love with the way it looks. And Karen's one of my favorite trainers. I think they did her so dirty because up till now, they had not ever given her a English Pokemon card in a standard set. Everything was either Japanese or was a promo card. So the Best of XY promo cards gave our first full art Karen, but also our first regular Karen. Everything else, to my knowledge at least, was either Versus Series, which was a Japanese exclusive, or was something in Japan that never made its way over here to the United States. So kind of ironic because I think she's a really dope trainer, and I would consider her a waifu in the traditional sense of the word. Just did the pack trick for something I shouldn't have. Ooh, a Rapid Strike Energy and a Jellicent. And so, I personally am of the opinion that they have picked up on that recent trend of very highly collectible trainer cards, especially the full art trainers. And so they've really gone out of their way to sort of step their game up. So we're getting Phoebe as well as Cheryl in this set. I think they're playing to a very specific audience, and that's quite all right by them because it's guaranteed to make them some money. And then they brought in some additional artwork in terms of this guy and Empoleon, but also in terms of the VMAX for the sort of box art Pokemon as well. So I think the combination really makes this a really interesting set, and I think in theory that could bode really well for it in the long run. I think right now people are equal parts frustrated as well as tired, and this in a weird way was also the set we weren't supposed to get, because when you think about it, Shining Fates came out like 2 weeks ago, so it's been a busy couple of months for Pokemon. It just so happens that people got their stimulus checks here in the United States, but at the same time, I don't necessarily know that it was a good idea to release this set so quickly after Shining Fates. I get it, they didn't want to wait any longer, and obviously the demand for Pokemon is super high, but I think, it also kind of comes at a weird time in the hobby, and so there might be a little bit of frustration. Just, I can't get Shining Fates. I don't want this. I don't want the dogs. Got a Tapu Koko, bro. Dope. So, been on a little bit of a dry spell. Happy we picked up something shiny there. That's nice. Gonna throw that in there. No secret rare yet. One VMAX and one full art card, but plenty of packs to go. I'm now going to do that thing where I throw these down here. Gonna toss that over yonder and keep going. Now, the other thing that I will say is that, you know, given that the timing wasn't superb, there's another part of me that's like, maybe they should have released this in April, pushed everything back. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because Pokemon wants to stick to their schedule. We already technically lost a set. I just feel like it could have been paced better, and maybe there would have been a little bit more hype around this set. But again, I'm doubling down on it. I tell you, I love the set. I love what they're doing. I think in the long run, it will stand out because many of us will just be, you know, looking at the past like years worth of stuff, and we're basically just going to see a bunch of like super boring sets with like, ooh, Charizard this, Charizard that, or ooh, Shining Fates, or ooh, Hidden Fates. And then there's going to be a few sets that stand out because they're a little different and because they played more to the hobby than just to, you know, collectors and the secondary market. Got a Timber, a Durant, and a Stoutland V is our hit of the pack. Gonna hit that with a Sleeve and move along. Obviously, I'm also super excited because I do get to start a binder for this stuff, and believe it or not, I do already have the ETBs as well, so I'm excited because I will get both of those videos filmed, and then obviously once those videos are filmed, that means I get to start my binder, which is also really nice. It's just one of those, like, not ASMR things, but I feel like it's like therapeutic in a weird way, and so I do occasionally like to, you know, get a whole bunch of packs opened and then go ahead and just, you know, chill out and vibe. Got a Grumpig and a Steelix as a holo hit. Now, I don't usually put the holos with the Vs. I do like keeping the ultra rares kind of separate, and this way we get a good idea of what the quote-unquote ultra rare premium cards in the box were, as opposed to looking at the rares, which, don't get me wrong, are great, but meh, you know. We got a green code card, which, by the way, I've heard some stories where green code cards had hits in them, and I don't know if that is because of a printing defect. I don't know if that is because of just poor sort of collaboration or cooperation across the spectrum. Got a white code card here for us. So I don't know what the gimmick is. I don't know why that happened, but it is something that I have seen sort of circling the intranets. Fan of Waves, Tepig, Bronzor, got a Spoink, a Gligar, a Shinx, a Corphish, and got a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. I believe this would be the regular version of that card. So there is another version of this card where he's like floating in the air and it's blue and it's dope. So that is cool. Okay, got 2 VMAXs out of this box, so that's pretty dope. Remains to be seen where our secret rare is. Typically there is 1 in every box, so we will see. I don't know what the pull rates on alternate arts are either. I think they are relatively rough. Got a white code card in this one, so we will be doing the card trick. So from what I remember, it's like 1 in something like 800 for the Tyranitar. But then again, you watch Leonhardt's video and he pulls it in the first box. So I personally am keeping my hopes high. I am hoping that I will be able to pull it by hand, you know, by myself. Okay, speaking of Tyranitar, cool, wonderful. One thing I will say, opening a booster box is always going to be fun because you're always going to sooner or later come up on something. So that's definitely something for your consideration. Got another Urshifu Rapid Strike pack here. Gonna get that opened up. And then we got a white code card. So there's a code card for you. And let's do this. Got a Metal Energy, a Heatmore, a Cheryl. Where's my full art trainer? I want a full art trainer. Give me a Phoebe. All right, give me a Colossal. All right. It's okay. Everybody keep the faith. nobody panic. We are moving along. Now, at this point, we have about 10 packs to go. So trying to be a little bit more efficient with the opening. Obviously, getting through 36 packs is never fun. Got a green code card, so what we do here on this channel is we just flick through them. If I'm being real with you, no one gives a crap about the green. We're here for this green, the alternate art Tyranitar. And I'm hoping, and could just be me being wishfully optimistic, got a green one, but I'm hoping that because these are first print run boxes and these are, you know, relatively new, that they're packed with hits. You know what I mean? My other fear, as you saw in the intro to this video, is that because I opened a case, that I will technically be in a battle against myself. There is a community of people who believe that whenever you open stuff from a case, you basically jinx yourself, because effectively every case is kind of prorated for their contents. And so, you know, if the rule is 3 packs or 3 alternate arts per case, ooh, a rapid strike artillery, that's pretty dope. But yeah, so the argument is that if there's 3 in a case, then I'm basically screwed. Or not screwed, but, you know, I'm basically playing against myself here, because if I open every single box in that case, I'll get 3 alt arts, and then that'll just kind of be the end of that story for me. Got a green code card, so you know what that means. But yeah, so I'm hoping that that's not the case. I hope, you know, maybe it's 1 per. I know amazing rares were 2 per booster box, so I'm hoping that, you know, alternate arts can at least be a favorable pull rate. I know they weren't that generous with alternate arts in the Sun and Moon era, and I'm really hoping I don't have to hunt that hard when it comes for these alternate arts or for the others. But again, based on everything you've sort of seen in the hobby right now, I think they're going to be a little bit on the tough side to pull, which is cool. I think, personally, that means they may end up becoming more important than the ultra rares, you know what I mean? Like, your rainbow rare versions of the same card won't be as valuable because everyone will go after the alternate art cards. And if you look at it, you know, Team Up and what was it? Cosmic Eclipse had alternate arts, and those alternate arts are basically standouts from those sets. And so, you know, there may already even be a historical precedent for that kind of behavior. So don't be surprised if I make a standalone video about the topic. I do think there is merit to that discussion, but at the same time, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we'll probably just have to sit and wait it out to kind of see how these things age. I do have 3 packs left. Let's do them literally in that order. So we'll go red dog, green dog, no, red dog, blue dog, and then Tyranitar. And Tyranitar, in case anyone is curious, is one of my favorite Pokemon. The reason is because I actually got it, I believe, as a Larvitar in my XD Gale of Darkness, so on GameCube. And then I transferred it over to my like Fire Red Leaf Green, and then it made its way into my Emerald version, and it's basically been with me ever since. I think I still have that Tyranitar in my what do you call it, in my, got another green card, I think it's in my XY or in my black and white. Like, I got it as far as I possibly could without having to pay for like a cloud service, and then once I knew where I was, it was just kind of like, all right, you know, as long as I know where my original Pokemon are, I can always go back and be like, ooh, look, they're right there. All right, friends, last pack, Magic, Dasty Plan. Got a green code card, so we do have something to look forward to at the end of this. We have a Darkness Energy, a Cheryl, Mustard, Durant, Lickitung, Yamper, Scatterbug, Mr. Mime, beautiful Spoink, got a Sandy Conda, and, alright, cool. Well, it is time for a recap. And super quickly, not bad, honestly. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so we got, I think, 9 V cards or better in the booster box. Frankly, not the worst ratio ever. Let's go ahead and get this kind of closed up. And then, so the first thing we got was this Necrozma. Pretty dope full art card. I am super excited about it. I guess this takes the place of what would have been either an alternate art or a full art trainer card. Obviously, the hunt will continue, rest assured, my friends. We did get this Tyranitar, this Stoutland, this Tapu Koko, this Empoleon, and this Flapple, so that was a nice mix. Obviously, you just saw the Necrozma. We did get this Victini, which I swear looks more and more familiar every time I pull it. And we got a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. This is the regular version, not the alternate art. But again, the hunt continues. Thank you again, as always, for checking out another video, friends. This was the booster box video. There will be an ETB video coming up pretty soon. And then, of course, other than that, I'm sure there will be tons of topics on the back end to discuss. But, as always, friends, thank you again for checking out another video. I do hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like and comment down below letting me know what your favorite pull from today's video was. As always, I appreciate your viewership. You could have been anywhere on the internet, but you chose to hang out with me for a little bit. And as always, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. Other than that, I appreciate everything. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.